up, everybody? All right. I'm having a little bit of issues with internet tonight, guys. So Dave's going to take over most of this, but I will be on. So talk about the most profitable types of electronics to resell and how to get them. Let's rock and roll.
So can everybody hear me okay? I think we're having some issues with the StreamYard. Can you just type a yes or a hi or something in the comments, guys, if you can hear me okay? Or hear either one of us okay, actually. Chris, can you hear me okay? Says howdy, yes sir. Okay, great. Okay, cool. So while everybody's gathering, thanks guys for the comments. I appreciate that.
Yeah, they can hear us.
Awesome. Okay. Hey Ringo. Hey Mr. Vegas.
It's just delayed on my side, so it's because of my internet. So I'm just going to let you kind of take over.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Perfect. So today we're going to be kind of talking about how to find phones, like what the most profitable phones to buy in the electronics reseller business are, and where to find them, and where to sell them. So what if you're new to this, what me and Chris do is we help people start and scale an electronics reseller business. So if you can, I'm just curious, how many people do we have here that are kind of experienced in this or have resold some electronics already? Give me a 1 in the chat, in the comments. If you already have some experience and you may have sold some electronics already, and give me a 2 if you're still kind of new to this and looking for ways to, grow your business or make more profits for yourself. So while we're still waiting for everybody, I can just give a quick breakdown of a little bit about how this business works, and then we'll dive right in. So what we kind of do is this business model is made for people who are looking for, a side hustle. We have a lot of students that are making between $100 a day very casually, like less than a half hour a day worth of work, to $300, $400, $500, $600 a day with 2 to 4 or 5 hours a day worth of work. So depending on the effort that you want to put in and how much you want to scale that, this is a business that's flexible, that can work around a current job. We have a lot of students that work full time and still make $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month in profit on the side while working their full-time job. And what we do is our model is pretty kind of a unique system for how we get phones. What we don't do is we don't buy electronics from things like wholesale auctions or online. Someone says, yes, I've been doing electronics. Paid ads don't work anymore. Actually, paid ads is my number one way of getting items. I do pretty good with the paid ads. We can dive into that, and I'm happy to answer any questions if you like. But if you have any questions on the paid ads, I'm happy to do that. Someone else says I've resold in the past and learned from. So it seems like ads for buying have changed quite a bit since then. Yeah, so the ads are still working good for us. We typically get about 15 to 40 leads a day. We bought about 9 items today. So it's still going pretty strong as long as you know how to do it properly. If you have questions, I'm happy to show you guys a couple things and answer some questions. So it looks like we have a couple experienced resellers on the chat. So good to see you guys. Josh, Derek, Arthur. And sorry, I can't see anybody's name on YouTube. So if I haven't mentioned you, I can just see your username. But let me share some of the things. First off, let's start off with what kind of items that we buy that we tend to focus on. So when I'm buying something, I really want to go for like 40 to 60% in profit is my goal. So every item I buy, I want to make 75 to 150 in profit. So just to show you some of the items that we sold recently. So today is September 27th. Okay. Here is an iPhone 11 Pro Max. Now this one is a cracked screen with the no Face ID. The Face ID doesn't work and it's got a cracked screen. We sold it as is for 107. We bought it for 170. and we sold it for $319.95. So this is kind of the margins we want. So eBay will charge me 13% of this to sell it on eBay to use their traffic, okay, which is about $30. So I'm going to net about $290 on that. Minus the $170 is going to be about $120 in profit on that. So this is what I would consider a good solid average deal right here. Now, one of the things that I love to buy is cracked and damaged items. So I would say 50%. If we scroll through this, you'll see quite a bit of my items are damaged. And the reason why I love those is because a lot of people don't know where to sell these. Even if they are experienced sellers, they don't know how to really sell a cracked item on Marketplace or Craigslist or something. But because I sell on eBay, I'm able to buy that from them and get a buyer for it very quickly. I listed this phone, I think, just maybe a day ago. I think I listed it on Sunday. Today's Monday. Yeah, so just one day ago, and it's already sold. Here's another one. We paid $40 for this. This is a Galaxy Note 9. It's got a cracked screen. Again, another one with damage. And that sold for $110. Not as big as profits as this, but still a pretty nice return on the money with only $40 spent. That was after eBay fees. We'll net about a $60 profit on that. So still more than 100% return on the money for that. And then here we have an Apple Mac Mini. We bought this for $5. Sold that for $60. Not a whopping big money maker, but pretty good profit, right? We bought it for $5. After fees and shipping, we'll probably net about $45 on that. But $5 to make $45, not bad, right? Here is a Samsung Galaxy. Now this is one of the only ones in good condition so far, other than that Mac Mini desktop. We bought this for $50, and we sold that for $180. Now, a couple things I want to point out. There's a lot of money in going after the items that everybody is not looking for. So can you guess, type in the chat if you can type in the number one item that all other resellers are looking to purchase. I'll give a minute in the comments for everybody to type in. What do you think are the number one things that everybody else is trying to buy and compete against? What type of items would you say? Someone says phones, okay. Laptops, okay. Anything else? How about really specific? Perfect phone, good condition phones, good answer. iPads, okay. How about specifically which model phones? Snow Villar says iPhone. Yes. iPhones are typically the number one phone that all resellers start off with because they're very comfortable with, and iPhone are the most popular. But if you notice, a couple of these are iPhones, and I've done well with them. But I've also got laptops. I've got Samsungs. I've got this weird, you won't believe this. I sold these two keyboards from 2007 for a MacBook. This guy actually sold me an entire box of earbuds. There was about something like 100 or 200 brand new inbox earbuds, along with these brand new keyboards that were sealed that were from 2007, and some other random stuff in the box. He sold it to me for $20. Now we still have all those earbuds. We still have like the hundreds of earbuds and the other stuff that was in the box. But just these two keyboards alone, I bundled them as a lot and sold them for $120. And I literally paid $20 for that whole box. So I love to buy all the other stuff other than iPhones. Now, don't get me wrong. I love iPhones because I still make good money on them. But it's a little bit more challenging. So, like, for example, here's a Galaxy A51. I mean, we bought that for $50, and we sold that for $180. That's over 3 times our money on that one item. Now, we sold this iPhone XR. This was a terrible purchase, and we overpaid for it. So don't pay attention to this price. Now, we did make a small profit, but I do not recommend paying that much for a phone that's going to sell. That looked like a mistake that was made, and we shouldn't have paid that much. Okay, and that happens sometimes. But for example, here's a iPhone 7 Plus. We bought that for $75. We sold that for $160. This is a MacBook. This one we paid a little too much as well. Here's an iPhone 7. We bought that for 15, sold that for 85. Okay. So I like MacBooks. I like Galaxies. I like cracked items. Now the iPhones I did sell, we made good money, but they were also damaged. So you notice the ones I made the biggest profit on, for example, like this iPhone 11 Pro Max here, we bought that for $170, sold that for $320, and that was cracked with no Face ID. Wasn't a perfect condition one. All right. Same thing with this iPhone XR up here. We bought that for $90, sold for $150. And is there another one here? There's an iPhone 12 with a bad ESN. So this one was financed. It wasn't paid off. We bought that for $360, and we sold that for $510. So let me just stop and see if there's any questions at all that anybody has. So far, guys, just curious, like if you could buy phones at these profit margins and make the kind of money that I'm showing you here, is that something that would get you excited? And while I'm waiting for the responses, I'll go ahead and show you. So how it works is someone mentioned paid Facebook ads. So this is how we get leads is these are all leads just from today from my paid Facebook ads, right? And here's the deal. I was actually negotiating with the customer this morning. I think he had an XS Max with the cracked screen in it. But people respond to our ads. This is my ad. So it's a ad that we run on Facebook. It's called paid Facebook ads. And this is what it looks like. We buy smartphones. So people see this ad running on Facebook, and then they click it, and then they send us a message, and all day we get people offering to sell us something, whether it's a MacBook or a camera or a phone. Oh, looks like this guy didn't get responded back. So I'm going to go ahead and just respond to him while we're here. How much do you think to sell my iPhone 8 for? It's unlocked. So here's how I appraise a phone, if you guys don't mind watching this for a second. So I'm going to go on eBay, and I'm going to look up iPhone 8 unlocked. I'm going to see what those are selling for. And I'm going to make sure I look at sold listings. So this is really important. So I only want to look at items that have been sold. Because if it's listed, it doesn't necessarily mean people are going to pay that. And what we're going to do is we're going to find 3 comparables that for that particular model that sold. So here's an iPhone 8 sold for $165. That one's 128 gigabytes, so we're not going to use that. Here's one that sold for $150. And here's another one that sold for $150. So based on that, since I found 3 solid ones that are all in about that range, I think this will sell for about $150 to $155. So I'm going to go ahead and offer them $60 on that. So I have a little save replies in my Facebook ads, and I kind of pre-program these in. So I just click this, makes it nice and easy. And I say, okay, cool. Looks like I'll be able to do 60 on that. Would that work for you? And if he responds back, I'll go ahead and let you guys kind of watch the rest of that conversation. Let me just see if there's any other open conversations. I'll hit a couple of these while I'm here. This was an iPad from 2013. Looks like you got someone to pay him more, so that's okay. No worries. At least that deal falls through, maybe he'll consider us. Okay, let me check out the comments here again. Someone says, I loved when I bought phones at these profit margins in the past, but I'm trying to learn those paid Facebook ads. Any suggestions? Yeah, definitely. If you have a question, just feel free to ask while you're here on the live, and I'll be happy to answer. This is the type of stuff that we teach our students in our program. We show that we work every week with them together on how to manage their ads, and how we give out templates with ad picks for them to use. So if you have an interest in working together with us and having us help you scale, that's something you can do. You can just type apply in the comments, and we can actually reach out and set up a call to see if it'd be a good fit for you, if that's something you'd like to do. If not, if you just want to ask some questions, I'm here right now to answer any questions for you guys that you have. So feel free to ask. I'll be happy to answer some questions for you. Let's see a couple of things. We see, yes, interested here for the profits. Okay, great. So I guess I'll stop really quick. And does anybody have any questions that you'd like to ask about any of this stuff? Got a lot of people participating in the comments. Awesome. So Chris just actually posted the application link on YouTube. So if you're there and you have an interest in working with this, you can go ahead and just fill out that application. And if it looks like it would be a good fit, we can set up a call and we can chat to see if it would be good for you. While I'm waiting for a couple of comments to come in, let me just kind of see, look over some of these other conversations. Okay, looks like most of these were responded to and handled pretty well, so not a whole lot to go through. Let me just see if there's anything left over that maybe somebody overlooked. So someone said, do you target one or two specific groups in your ads? I don't target anybody. I just target people 20-mile radius from where I live, and ages 18 to 45 is what I target. I don't do any targeting of like special interest or anything like that. Okay. Well, let's see. I guess that's most of the stuff for today. Unless you guys have a couple more questions, but I'm not seeing any questions coming in. So I guess I'll wait a couple more minutes, and if not, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Chris, did you want to say anything?
Only if, for those of you who are looking to work with us, make sure to fill out that application that I dropped. We've helped a lot of people grow 209 10K superstars at this point. So the proof is there, guys. Let's win. And we'll see you guys next week.
So someone, just really quick, Chris, someone said the best phone to start in the business. So